Greetings, true believers, and welcome to another dazzling episode of History of the Marvel Universe. This week's tale begins with the married couple of Catherine and Carter Blaire. Catherine was a jazz singer, and a damn good one. She performed in clubs all over New York, her talents allowing her husband to pursue his studies in law school. Carter graduated with high honors from Empire State University and became a successful judge. Then, when their young daughter Alison was born, Judge Carter Blaire assumed that his wife would abandon her singing career to raise their child. Catherine had different plans, however, and Carter's attempts to forbid her from following her dreams only served to drive a wedge between the two. While Carter's mother helped raise Alison, Catherine spent more and more time away from home. As the animosity between the couple grew and her home life grew more toxic, Catherine found solace in the clubs and the bottles they provided. Eventually, she met and fell in love with another man, who provided her with more than just alcohol. Carter Blaire saw less and less of his wife, and one day she'd finally had enough and left for good, both for her own sake and for Alison, for Catherine didn't want her daughter growing up in the kind of environment that she and her husband had fostered. Then as Alison grew up, Carter wanted his daughter to follow in his own footsteps, to go to law school and become a valuable member of society. However, much to Carter's dismay, Alison shared her mother's love of music. The stern judge tried to stomp out his daughter's passion, but fortunately Alison's grandmother Bella was there to encourage the young girl into following her dreams. Then, at a talent show during her junior high dance, the young girl got the chance to prove herself. Alison Blaire got on stage and sang. She sang and danced and wowed the crowd. Furthermore, it was here at her first on-stage performance that Alison's latent mutant abilities manifested. Her mutant X gene gave her body the ability to draw in sound and convert it to light. While nobody fully understood what was happening, not even the young mutant herself, Alison used the music to create a spectacular light show. However, the scene nearly turned tragic when a violent gang burst into the gymnasium. This gang seemingly only wanted to cause chaos and destruction, but Alison instinctively protected herself by unleashing an overwhelming flash of light and blinding her attackers. While the police and others assumed that the flash had been caused by a freak power surge, Alison knew the truth, that she was the source. As the years rolled on, the teenage mutant sought to gain control over her powers, while simultaneously honing her vocal talents and studying hard so she would be accepted into law school like her father wanted. However, much to Carter Blaire's chagrin, while his daughter did indeed graduate with high honors, earning her acceptance letter to a school of his choice, Alison decided not to go. Instead, she crafted a new persona and used her powers to enhance her onstage performances as the Dazzler. This use of her mutant powers caught the attention of Cerebro, Professor Charles Xavier's mutant detecting device. While half of the X-Men traveled to Chicago to enroll the young Kitty Pryde into Xavier's school, Scott, Jean, and Kurt, otherwise known as Cyclops, Phoenix, and Nightcrawler, were led to a disco club in search of the other new mutant. Not long after discovering Dazzler on stage, the mutants were attacked by the forces of the sinister Hellfire Club. The X-Men made short work of their attackers, and Alison Blaire learned the source of her power. However, a phone call from Kitty Pryde informed the mutants that their allies in Chicago had been defeated and captured by Emma Frost and the Hellfire Club. Dazzler accompanied her new allies in rescuing the other X-Men, but inevitably turned down Professor X's offer to become a permanent member of the team. Instead, Dazzler chose to continue her career as a performer, which is how she also met Johnny Storm, aka the Human Torch of the Fantastic Four. However, this didn't prevent her from occasionally getting wrapped up in the world of superheroics, such as the time she was possessed by the villainous Lightmaster and battled the Amazing Spider-Man. This instance is also where we see Dazzler not only emit light, but also concentrate it into powerful beams of energy. Unfortunately, not long after that, Alison found her career in a rut. She was out of money and at the end of her rope. While people like the X-Men would gladly accept her into their midst, Alison simply couldn't bring herself to give up on her dreams. Then, the bounding blue mutant known as the Beast, who was an Avenger at the time, discovered a solution to help his fellow mutant. He found an ad in the paper from a disco club owner searching for a replacement to his headline singer, who had mysteriously fallen ill. Dazzler auditioned and won the position, and in doing so outperformed the Asgardian Enchantress, who sought the role herself. The reason the Enchantress wanted the role, and why she had inflicted the previous singer with her illness, was that the barriers between dimensions would be weaker than normal at that particular club on the night of the performance. Fortunately, due to the connections Dazzler had already made in the superhero community, the night of her big performance, the crowd contained members of the X-Men, the Avengers, and the Fantastic Four. And so when the Enchantress arrived to enact her revenge and to call her hordes of monsters to Earth, a veritable cavalcade of superheroes emerged to help Dazzler fight them back. And at the end of the day, Alison Blaire proved herself both as a talented musician and a valuable member of the superhero community. And that's the origin of the Dazzler. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and thanks to Cecil Pierre for suggesting the topic. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like, leave a comment, and share it on your favorite social media. As always, the issues referenced in this video are listed in the description below if you would like to read them for yourself, as well as links to my various social medias, including my Discord server, where you can join the discussion with other friends, followers, and fans of the show. So until next time, true believers, Excelsior!